Why is it that you've spent months or even years learning, gathering from information, building this understanding that you have now, but your life hasn't really changed? Your circumstances are still roughly the same and you don't actually feel different. That's because you've been chasing understanding over embodiment. And what embodiment really is, when you've not just learned information, but when you're actually living it, when you've gone from knowledge to being. And this is what I want to talk about in this video. Because I see most people are chasing understanding, they're chasing information. They think that when they know enough, when they have enough information, when they have enough strategies, then they can finally change their life. Then they can finally live the life that they want and feel how they want to feel. And overcome all the shit that's been holding them back in the past. And I've been there for a very long time. I've gathered information. I've chased learning. And I thought that reading books and listening to podcasts is really what will change my life. Now, I'm not saying that these things have no worth. It's really important to gather understanding, to have an understanding of, for example, how to love yourself more, how to be less anxious, how to trust life more, how to build a better relationship to life. All of these things have been really important to me in the past years, and I've learned a lot about them. But for a long time, nothing really changed. And nothing actually happened. So many times when we think we're making progress, we're having a breakthrough, we're transforming, it's really all just happening in our head. We've really just gained understanding of what we need to do. But it still hasn't arrived in our body. And what does that actually mean? It means when you naturally do the right things. It means when you naturally attract the lifestyle that you want to live. It's when you naturally feel the way that you want to feel. And you don't have to do breathwork in the morning, then meditate, then do your morning routine where you have all of these structured little habits that you do to feel somewhat okay and to feel like your nervous system is somewhat regulated. I used to have a very structured morning routine where everything is, laid out and everything is planned so I can get into this state where I actually feel good about myself. I had the understanding of how to achieve inner peace, how to achieve inner freedom, but I didn't live it. I was still, worshiping these habits and these little things because I thought that's what actually makes a difference. And that's what actually changes your life. Of course, it's a start. I still meditate in the morning. I still do breath work sometimes. But I don't worship these things. I don't think that these are the things that enabled me to break out of my mind and to actually live my life to its fullest. What actually enabled that is embodiment. And now I'm going to talk about how you actually achieve embodiment and how you get out of your mind and start making real progress. This is not the classic stop consuming and start taking action video. We've seen enough of those. This is not the point of this. The point of this is not to take more action or whatever. It's not to be more disciplined. It doesn't have anything to do with that. At some point, I just realized that I need to pause. I need stillness. And I actually need to stop doing all this bullshit because it was all for my mind. It was all to make me feel like I'm doing enough, to make my ego feel like it is this spiritual person. It is this person that is growing. It's all an identity game, trying to fit into this mold. But what I really needed was stillness and silence. So what does that actually mean? It means to literally sit down and do nothing every single day. Whether that's meditation, whether that's you just sitting, staring at the wall. That's what stillness is. The point is, you have to sit with yourself without the ability to project your negative emotions, to project anything that comes up on the outside, where you can't remove your attention from yourself and from you sitting in everything that's going on within you. And this is the whole point. The point is not to gather all these techniques, all this information. All that is unnecessary, because what you really need naturally comes to you when you're actually embodied. And you reach that embodiment through actually feeling what is happening in your body, through actually getting in touch with your body and not trying to transcend it or trying to break your ego. All of that is bullshit. What you need is integration of every single part of yourself. You have to stop running away from the painful emotions and the painful thoughts. Nothing will change as long as you try to change yourself, as long as you try to break a part of yourself off because it's not good enough. And nothing will change as long as you don't feel everything that you've been pushing down. As long as you don't feel everything that you've been numbing by consuming all this information, by building an identity around being a growth-oriented person, by being a learner, all of these things. Some people never get to this place because, well, most people actually never get to this place because they don't realize that understanding and knowledge is not worth anything if it's not accompanied with action, with embodiment. And again, this is not about being more disciplined, doing more things. This is what I just said. It's stopping the chase and stopping letting the ego control you, because that's really what we're doing when you're chasing all this information. We're reading the books, we're doing the courses, we're watching the podcasts, or listening to the podcasts, because it makes us feel like we're doing enough. It makes us feel like we're actually making progress, so we can feel like we are doing enough. The ego always needs something to chase, and we can only get to true peace, true inner freedom, and true authenticity when we stop chasing information, stop chasing techniques, all of these things. Stop chasing God like he's found somewhere on the outside. The truth is, God is within you, in your heart, in your body. And everything you need is within you. Your body is the key to living the life that you've always dreamed of, to feeling this sense of peace, this sense of freedom, this sense of aliveness and abundance that you've been dreaming of. All of that is achieved through your body, not in your mind, not by understanding things, not by, changing your mindset. All of these things are good, but if they are not accompanied by embodiment, they're worth nothing. I'm sure you know this saying that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And everyone thinks that means if you change your thoughts, your life will change. It doesn't mean that at all. If you change your thoughts, but you still feel the same way, nothing will change. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what does that mean? What is the emotional state that you're in? What is the emotion that you feel? That's what matters. And as long as you run away from that by being productive, by building businesses, by gathering information, by personal growth, you're never going to get there. You're never going to find the truth that's already sitting there right in front of your face. So stop chasing anything out there. Stop chasing techniques. Stop chasing money. Stop chasing information. Stop chasing recognition. Stop chasing. Nothing will ever make you happy that you can find on the outside. Nothing will ever make you more of yourself on the outside. You have to start looking within yourself. And that doesn't mean sitting in meditation and trying to get to some enlightenment. It means sitting with yourself and all the bullshit, all the pain, all the negativity, and just taking it in and just not running away anymore. And then actually getting in touch with your body and learning what it means to feel your body truly. And this is the key. This is all you need to do. Then the years and months of hard work that you've been putting towards a better life will suddenly all come together. Everything will come together. Please leave a comment if you have any questions about this. And leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.